Uh, like like last year and the year before, it was a time that I couldn't even find work, couldn't find employment, even though I didn't have a criminal record and I've never been to jail, nothing like that. But I used to work for this godforsaken temp service called Result Staffing, and with Result Staffing, they what they do is they give out temp jobs, like it might last for a day, a week, a month, but like you could get a chick, you could work like 8 9 hours and get a check that exact same day. But like the thing is, they didn't pay you that much, and on top of that, like if you didn't have a car, they will pair you up with somebody who does have a car. Okay, yeah. If you didn't have a car, if you didn't have a car, they will pair you up with somebody who does have a car. Like it could be somebody borrowing their car from their moms, their baby moms, or they could be riding dirty. A lot of times, I was working with people who were riding dirty, driving around within a car that wasn't theirs, and they didn't have a business being in. But like you was kind of rolling the dice. I mean, the first gig, I think one of the first major gigs I was working with them is when I was working with the schools doing the groundskeeping and stuff. I was rolling with this dude who had this car. He never had gas in his car. He was just running on fumes. On top of that, he had 5 kids by 5 different women, which made him a loser. Okay, 5 kids by 5 different women, and like all that, and some child support used to eat his check up, and he used to bitch and complain, talking about he's not getting enough money. Like if you don't have a car, and you rolling with somebody, they will take a certain amount of money out of your check and put it in a check that's of the driver, whoever's driving you around. That money will go to their pocket. But like child support was still eating his ass up. And then I had to deal with the dudes who were loudmouth. Some guys used to be yelling, talking smack. We could be on our way back to the station, and like some of these dudes, like this one fat ass, greasy ass nigga, he used to yell shit out of the car. We was once riding in the van. He opened the van door and was hanging out and was doing stuff, stupid shit. And I was saying to myself, damn man, I deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. Hanging out with these fools. None of these niggas have are going anywhere. A lot of them were fresh out of the pen. A lot of them fresh out of the jail, had multiple charges. So like they couldn't go anywhere. They were fucked. And like it was these peanut paying jobs. Like some of these jobs, you work at construction, you were like shoveling a dirt or digging ditches and shit like that for like $7.25 an hour, which means your check after taxes and fees are taken out, at the end of the day you get a check for like $50. And at that time, most of those jobs they give out, it'll be first come first serve, and like the same contractor would always ask for the same person back if they still had work to do. The only way you can get that spot is if somebody was missing that day. But I found out that a lot of those jobs they give out was for favoritism and other chicken shit. The only reason you might say, why don't you work at a place like that? Because at that time, I couldn't find work anywhere else. I couldn't find any other work, any other place. So I had to make do. Unfortunately, they didn't send me to enough jobs. And they didn't send me to enough jobs, even though I showed up there every day. I end up losing my apartment, but don't worry, I'm not homeless. I bounced back within a few months. I'm back in my own apartment again, and I got a better job. I got a way better job that pays more than the bullshit they was putting out. But I kind of hated the fact that I had to work with a motley crew of no good, sorry ass niggas who wasn't about shit, who had multiple kids by different women. Some of them didn't even see their kids. Most of them had warrants out for their arrest. Most of them had the cops on their ass. And like some of them were just sorry as shit. Like once, this one, I could write a book about the shit that I've been through working with that shithole staffing place. Like one time, I was hanging with this dude who claimed he was out of the military. He was living with this female, this white lady, who was making a lot of money as a nurse. This dude, he got it. Like we went to go fix up these houses and whatnot that were halfway built. And like at this one part, we were just sweeping up the debris and shit. And then he was talking about hold up. Yeah, he was complaining to my man, I'm not getting dirt on my Air Force Ones. The dude had like, I was looking, man, your Air Force Ones are already dirty. And plus, why don't you wear shoes like that out to a gig like this? And then when it was over, he was like, yo, man, give me my tickets, man. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Shit, I drove these motherfuckers up here. Man, give me my shit, man. I'm ready, He was just copping a shit attitude, man. Dude, I hate, me, you know, some motherfucker. I hated motherfuckers like this. Dudes who copped the attitude, and they were, we ended up losing that gig. They fired the whole ass nigga, but we couldn't go back to that certain gig because like he fucked it up for the rest of us. And like a couple of times it was like that. Unfortunately I didn't have a car, so I had to roll with busted niggas like him, who had a bad attitude, had a chip on their shoulder, did a few times, a few years or months in a pen, and they were feeling a certain type of way, and they would just fuck up the gig like that. Although all of them wouldn't like that. I hate the fact that I had to put up with fuck shit like that. I had to work with convicted felons. Most of them didn't know how to act. Most of them could get their shit together, but the vast majority of them, they just had one foot back in the pen, one foot back in the jail cell. You ask me, that's where a lot of them belong anyway.